Imagining the future, I think it's a combination of a few things. It's a little bit, reacting. You're reacting to things that you're seeing, trends that are happening. But also, I think as designers, we want to move those trends forward too. We like to look at pushing that envelope forward beyond that. If we stay status quo, we're going to fall behind. You're going to get behind fast. We are at Calty Design Research in Newport Beach, California, and I'm Kevin Hunter, president of Calty. This is Motor One, and you are watching Behind the Design. I've been at Calty over 40 years. When I came here, I graduated from College for Creative Studies in Detroit, Michigan. Graduated in May, was here in June working, and I was started as a designer back in 1982. One of the projects that I'm most proud of is the one, behind me here, the FT1 concept car. That was just a really memorable project for us here. We had proposed it from the beginning to bring Supra back. Supra had been gone for a long time, and we really wanted to make a bold statement to get it back. There are a lot of enthusiasts out there who were really wanting Supra to come back, and that was our message, our approach to bring it back. I mean, the previous generation was incredible, and it is the iconic Supra. And we just thought there was something missing from our lineup. We were inspired by Akio Toyota too, who, he's a racer and a car enthusiast. And we thought the timing would be really great to propose that car to Toyota as sort of a comeback. So we simply made a proposal to my boss, Toku Fukuichi, and he loved the idea of bringing it back, and we got to work on it. FT1 was going to be a sports car, and that's it. Like we just wanted to generate beautiful, sexy, amazing shapes. We did have one thematic approach, and that was sort of this kind of subtraction approach where we carve away areas where we needed intakes, outlets, and lightweighting certain areas. And along the way, that also creates this beautiful sculptural movement that just creates really pretty shapes and bold design language. We just envisioned it as a track car, like just what would somebody love to see on that car, and looks like it belongs on a racetrack. And we designed it as a Supra, to be honest. We didn't design it as FT1. When we did it, Supra was always on our mind. So it pays homage to the 2000 GT and the cabin architecture, some of the fourth gen Supra as well. So we really wanted to, exude that sort of Supra-ness, to communicate that message. From the beginning to getting this model that's sitting behind me done, where we got this approved as a concept car, maybe 4 or 5 months. It was pretty fast. So the FT1 debuted at the Detroit International Motor Show in 2014. I can tell you, Toyota's designers are absolutely passionate about designing cool cars. Now, our goal at Calty was to answer that challenge by creating a truly exciting, high-performance, sexy halo sports car, period. And the reaction was just spectacular. I mean, we were thrilled to see that level of excitement that we had for the car seemed to be shared with not only the super enthusiasts, but the audience in general at the show. And I think everybody was quite surprised to see Toyota, to see us putting a car out there like that. And even though we called it FT1, it seemed like nobody was fooled by that. Everyone was calling it a Supra. I mean, it's thrilling because you don't know. You pour your heart and soul into these projects, and sometimes you don't know what the reaction might be. But we had a pretty good feeling about this, that there's going to be a lot of excitement around it. And I think Toyota looked at that also and went, wow, the reaction's been pretty great about FT1. Maybe we can do something with it. Fortunately, later on, we had heard there was a serendipity moment where BMW and Toyota have been discussing a joint project together, a sports car project, and then sort of the stars aligned, and then FT1 became Supra. When we developed FT1, we had no package. So the BMW car platform, it didn't exist in our minds. We didn't even know about it. Once we knew we were going to work with BMW on a Supra, we met with their engineers. We reviewed the package, the criteria that it had to achieve. We just got to work taking that theme and just condensing it down into that package while trying to retain the fundamental theme of FT1. So it was a big challenge, actually. And eventually we did send a designer to work with the design team, which were a lot of Toyota designers going to BMW and working directly in Germany to achieve the final production output. I think envisioning ideas is what designers love to do. It's using our imagination, our creativity to imagine a new future. I think the more challenging part is how to translate that into a usable product that meets all the requirements that we need to make that successful. I always think that's when the hard work starts. Ultimately, I think for designers, we do what we do because we want to see cars that we design on the road. It's great to have a concept car at an auto show and see all that excitement, but really, that's only the beginning of the journey. And the end is what we want. We want to see that car driving around on the street. That's ultimately our passion and our goal that we have in mind. It's a great thrill to see, a lot of cars that we created at Calty here over the last 40, 50 years on the road today. You have memories of how that project came to be and, the ideas that were generated. And you think about all those things when you see the cars driving on the road, but it's quite a satisfying experience. We exist here as an experimental design studio to push things forward, and that is one area that we truly love.